and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. And today, guys, we are taking another cheeky look at Vechain, and we're going to talk about a couple of things, aren't we, Chris? We're going to talk about some fantastic news that came out a little while ago, about 5 days or so ago, which talks about integration that Vechain have had with 𝗵𝗂𝗍𝗔𝗡, and so it's really fantastic things happening in Africa. So we're going to get into that. Then we're also going to have a look at the Vechain chart. So we're going to go through some pricing there, Chris, see what's happened. Obviously, we had that breakout a couple of days ago, and obviously, the big macro events that have happened today, see where we've retraced to, see what the opportunities are that presented to us.
Yeah, sounds good, Nick. Let's do it.
Fantastic. So guys, if you find this useful, informative, maybe a dash entertaining, then do go ahead and smash that like button. Chris really appreciates it, and so do I. And if you're new to the channel and not yet subscribed, do go ahead and subscribe. By subscribing, you will be kept up to date with all the videos and live streams that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. Right, Chris, with all that said and done and out of the way, let's jump over to the desktop and take out this fantastic integration with Vechain.
Yeah, let's do it, Nick.
So 𝗵𝗂𝗍𝗂 announces a Vechain integration with 𝗕𝗑𝗪 Africa. So, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right. That's how I'm going to pronounce it all the way through this particular article. So 𝗕𝗪 integrates with Vechain protocol to increase reliability and sustainability in Africa's mining industry. So the blockchain Vechain 4 will enable meta transactions on the 𝗕𝗪's platform. So basically, the 𝗕𝗪 decentralized marketplace has been integrated with Vechain, developed by Kenya by 𝗵𝗂𝗍𝗂 Business Solutions Ltd. 𝗕𝗪 has been created to be the marketplace that offers the best of all of the African industry. This is everything from refineries, traders, miners, and retailers. Basically, 𝗕𝗪's platform allows its users to buy, sell, and offer services related to the mining industry in Africa. So this is absolutely massive news, and it's another one of those, I guess, integrations, partnerships that you see that Vechain just literally, smashing out of the park. So 𝗕𝗪's marketplace also aims to build a transparent supply chain, and you can see why Vechain is this key player in its transactions and operators. So in this way, 𝗵𝗂𝗍𝗂 seeks to increase trust and sustainability in the African mining industry or mineral industry. Cooperation with Vechain will be key to achieving its objectives, and the company assures the following, right? So at 𝗕𝗪, we believe Vechain has the potential to powerfully disrupt many aspects of how mineral markets work and provide trust, transparency, and security to the supply chain. This includes artisans and small-scale miners, basically being part of our inclusive value chain that underpins human health, well-being, livelihoods, jobs, sustainable growth. So absolutely massive for that part of the world as well. And we hear lots of comments, don't we, Chris, about, Vechain's just China. No, it categorically isn't. It has integrations all over the world, right? Yes, there's China, there's Singapore, there's Japan, there's Germany, France, the US, the UK, Africa. It is literally global, and it's fantastic to see another integration. So Vechain drives innovation in African mining industry. So 𝗵𝗂𝗍𝗂 has chosen Vechain to integrate with its mineral market because of its hybrid features that make it adaptable, accessible, and orientated to solving real-world economic use cases. This is why it's pretty much primarily why we think this thing is so undervalued, isn't it, Chris?
Yeah, and I think the whole African thing is really interesting, because I kind of see Africa as like the next big sort of industry sort of generation, coming up there. Like China, if you look back, China, like 15, 20 years ago, they weren't the powerhouse that they are today. And I kind of see a lot of people starting to do some really big business over in Africa. I mean, XLM, Acorn, that sort of stuff. For me, I think there's going to be a lot of development in Africa over the next 5 to 10, possibly 15 years. And it excites me that Vechain are getting involved in that area of the world as well.
Yeah, and the world of DeFi in Africa and is absolutely massive. And Charles Hoskinson was talking about this a couple of weeks ago when he was talking to Alex over at Celsius. Ultimately that's an absolutely fantastic target market for DeFi as well. So yeah, I think it's absolutely a fantastic thing that they're pinpointing exactly why they've chosen Vechain to integrate with. And it's for the same reasons that we think it's so undervalued today. So through the integration, 𝗦𝗍𝗍 will be able to record the history of its products so that its customers and other interested parties can verify their authenticity, and users will be able to use multitask transaction, or MTT, multifunction atomic transactions, allow developers to batch payments, add multiple calls to different contract functions into one transaction and determine their sequence, controllable transaction life cycle with block reference, and expiration transaction fields. Users can set the time when transaction is processed or expired if not being included in a block, right? So there's so many fantastic things from a core functionality level of Vechain that people just don't tend to focus in on, and it's fantastic to see some of them being really highlighted here. And in addition to Vechain's blockchain will enable meta transactions features, thus the market users will be able to make multi-use transactions with controllable life cycles, dependency transactions. The added features will make the user experience more user-friendly, and it's absolutely brilliant. The platform will also have a 𝗦𝗍𝗍 token, or MDN, for users to manage transactions, tokenize assets, and send remittances. These functions will be part of the 𝗦𝗍𝗍 ecosystem for decentralized applications, or dApps as we know them here. By leveraging Vechain 4, the ecosystem will provide tools such as the possibility of taking mineral tokenizing it, and managing it through the 𝗦𝗍𝗍 wallet. The token is a key piece as the team basically behind the platform states, responding to inefficiencies in the existing financial system by connecting individuals to the global digital economy. And the last quote here before we get on to the price stuff for Vechain here is the immutable data on the blockchain enables companies to increase the efficiency of compliance review, government supervision, logistics and supplier evaluation, and more. Companies will also gain access to world-leading third-party services through the Vechain Global Partner Network, including PwC, Deloitte, and more. And honestly, Vechain is an absolute powerhouse when it comes to a lot of additional blockchain functions, obviously primarily supply chain authenticity, counterfeiting protections, and various different things. But this is another fantastic use of the blockchain for Vechain. So Chris, is there anything you want to add to this, or should we jump straight over and take a look at the chart for Vechain?
No, I think I've added everything that I wanted to add earlier. So yeah, let's get straight into it, Nick.
Fantastic. So we had that breakout over here, right? This massive green candle on the 20th of January. And that was immediately followed by a big macro event with Bitcoin coming down in value. With that happening, you saw across majority of all altcoins, they followed suit. That's just really unfortunate because we had such momentum for Vechain at this point on the 20th that it was unable to be sustained because of the movement with Bitcoin. So we have come back down, not as low as where we were before, where we opened up, but we are still, in this this channel that we've been talking about for a little while now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw this down into our 4-hourly so you can see that a little bit clearer. We're inside this 4-hour upward trend channel, and we've been bouncing up and down all over it for a period of time. We had that massive breakout and we thought, great, we're finally going to get some momentum. But unfortunately, with Bitcoin's price declining, we have obviously come down significantly. So that's frustrating, but nonetheless, not the end of the world. We're going to have this fantastic opportunity to acquire more. And currently, we're even still higher than we were before anyway, right? So we are 3 cents Whereas, before, it wasn't that long ago, I was talking about, well, we're going to bounce from that 2.5 cents, right? Which we did. We bounced from 2.5 and moved up quite nicely. And now we have a good, strong support level at 2.8 cents. Not that I imagine that we're going to get down to 2.8 cents, but, ultimately we have got that as support if it were to happen. We have found a pretty decent level here at 3 cents. And I'm going to be interested to see how this thing closes on the 4-hourly and on the daily as well. Obviously, the main candle that we want to make sure is by the end of the week that we have a good, strong close for that weekly candle. But for now, everything is looking pretty tidy for Vechain. We're back inside our channel. There's nothing major here that's wrong. We are basically having resistance on our middle band within the Bollinger Bands here. We're within those Bollinger Bands. We're below or just below the middle band. We're within our upward trend channel. We are above our 2.8 cents support. We are currently trading at 3 cents as we record this video. So everything is, kind of okay. It's not brilliant, but it's not bad either. And ultimately, because we were up here just a mere couple of days ago, I can't imagine it going to take too much to actually push us back up there again. We are in a pretty comfortable zone. If we can close this at above 3 cents, I'm going to be pretty confident that we're going to be moving on up out of this zone pretty soon. Now, if we zoom on out, we can obviously pull this down a little bit, and we can see that our first price target is still that 4.3 cents. And I don't think it's going to take too long to actually get there. Once we kind of get some momentum with Vechain, it can kind of hit these price points relatively quickly. In the same way that we saw some fantastic movements with 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗧 hash graph, something of a similar value not too long ago has currently hit 10 cents. Okay, so the movements are not too difficult to actually see once you get some fantastic traction behind them. So as I said, right, we've got 4.3 on the first price target. The second price target that we have is 6.2. And I'm not going to talk about all of these price targets, but ultimately we want to kind of hit these and tick them off one at a time. And I'm pretty confident we're going to be ticking off 4.3 cents in the very near future. I do obviously have a price target, Chris, that we speak about quite a lot during our live streams, which is a 50-cent target. 50 cents currently represents 1,549% growth on the current position. And ultimately, I think that's going to be a comfortable zone that we should easily hit during the 2021 bull cycle that we're all eagerly expecting. And it wouldn't surprise me if this thing does actually push up to $1. Now, I know people have been speaking about $2 Vechain. I'm not as convinced on that, Chris. I'm not sure if you are.
I kind of think like one maybe 150.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say, guys, is basically I want to see these Fibonacci extension levels hit. I want to see those immediate price targets ticked off the list and head towards 50 cents. If we get to that 50 cents, I'll be pretty confident that we should end up approaching that $1, and then we'll reassess how things go. We'll obviously reset our Fibonacci retracements and basically see what that suggests as well the price potentially could go to. So for now, I think there's not a lot to worry about. Let's just see how these next few candles really go. If you're looking to acquire anything, then I think there's good, strong support at 2.8 cents. Not that I believe that it's going to go as low as that at the moment. There's nothing indicating that it's going to get pulled down that low. But if it does, 2.8 is a nice, comfortable zone that you might want to acquire in if you do get that opportunity. But ultimately, I think even getting there is going to be low unless we break the upward trend. So we'll have to see how that plays out. But yeah, ultimately pretty comfortable. I think we're going to have some pretty good days in the near future for Vechain, and I'm just kind of watching this thing ride its course, Chris.
Yeah, same here. Like buzzing about Vechain, my favorite project.
Absolutely right. So as always, guys, if you found this video useful, informative, maybe just a dash entertaining, do go ahead and smash that like button. Chris really does appreciate it, and so do I. And if you're new to the channel and not yet subscribed, do go ahead and subscribe to the channel. By subscribing, you will be kept up to date with all the videos and live streams that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. And with all that said and done, we hope you have a fantastic day, guys, and we'll catch you all in the next one.
Yeah, take care.